The new version of iLabber contains some changes to the look of experiments in the experiment editor. On the previous version of iLabber, you remember that we have this menu which appears when you click on a section. And these menu, you have the section specific commands, and then when you click inside a section, you also have the section content commands. These have now been moved and separated. So if we go to the new iLabber, if I click on a section in iLabber now, you see here at the right hand side a menu with some commands which apply to the section. There are two buttons here where I can move a section up and down. So I can move a section down or up through the experiment. And this third button enables me to delete a section, copy a section, paste the section. So then I've copied and pasted that section. I can save a section in the My Sections toolbox. Works exactly as before. Click on there and then that section is available in My Sections and you can add it to experiments. And also you can go to the section properties. So here in the section properties, within an experiment, you can only change the title, though of course in the template editor, you can also change the section attributes, mandatory, etc. So this is a place where you can change the title, but now in iLabber, there's a much easier way to change your section titles. You simply need to double click on the title and then type in a new title. So to change the section title, just double click on that title and type in a new title. So those are the section commands. In terms of the commands for the content of a section, if I click here within a text section, then I have exactly the same buttons here as I had previously in the old version of iLabber, but now they appear on this menu at the top of the experiment. So here I have bold, italics, etc. for my text. If I select some text, here I have the copy, paste and cut commands. So these copy and paste apply for content, whereas down here on the section menu, we have copy and paste which apply to the whole section. So those have been separated, and this is the copy and paste for section content. If we look at a few different sections, if I click in an Excel section, I just have a few buttons up here. I have the cut, copy and paste, and I have where I can download and save the Excel file on my computer. If I go to an image and click on an image, then I have the same image annotation tools as I had before, and they work in exactly the same way. I can click on an arrow, for example. I can move the arrow, reposition the arrow. The arrow is highlighted, so I can either delete it or change its color. I then click somewhere else in the image and I can then add further annotations. So these buttons work in exactly the same way as they did before. One section which has changed in the new version of iLabber is the file attachment section. If I add a new file attachment section, here I can choose to upload files into my experiment by clicking this button, and I can now insert more than one file into this section. I click on a file and I can, in the Macintosh, I can use the command button, or on a PC I can use Control to select several files. And now you see that these files are actually uploaded into the experiment directly. So rather than waiting for the next time the experiment is saved, these files are immediately transferred to the iLabber server. The files are, as normal, stored within the experiment. You can double click and they either open or download depending on your browser settings. You can also download them using this button, open them with this button, or again it may download them depending on your browser settings. And you can also delete a file if you decide you no longer need that file attached to your experiment. You can upload more files if you wish by clicking this button and selecting some more files. Also now within the web browser version of iLabber, the content of these files is also indexed if they are Word documents, PDF documents, PowerPoint files, Excel files, or text files. So the content is also added to the index of the experiment. So those are some of the changes we've made to the iLabber editor in this latest version.